they saved my life, honestly. They told me that I was like a ticking bomb. Because if I wouldn't come to the doctor's office on Thursday, I would be dead by now. That's like a real story. It wasn't that long ago, so it's a little bit.
I feel like, people will come to the doctor if it's something like that. But honestly, I do believe in medical fraud. I do think that even your office is participating in it. And I know that there's FBI that are harassing me. And I do know that it's a whole conspiracy. And you know what? I don't know at this point. I don't know what to be paranoid about. So if somebody labels me as paranoid, it's just up to them on how to proceed with what they're doing. But it's really sickening to, I don't know how people live in this state like this. They're all just sort of like running around and being mindless. And it's all these technological medicinal developments are lost on us because we're losing our humanity, because we're running around like animals looking for immediate gratification, not really thinking, where is this going to lead our society? And we're all a part of it. Even me sometimes, like what I was saying about maybe I should have said fuck it all to hell and not been so paranoid, and not also, it's part that I was paranoid that I was going to get institutionalized to get my child taken away from me, but partially also that I really did think the better of people, even if they are FBI agents, and I thought they would come around and see that, I am a mild-mannered woman. There's no need, because at this point in my life, it seems like, what are they into? Like human sacrifice or something? All these people, they're not really intelligent. They're just walking around flexing, and it's really dumb.
Can I offer something to you? Or just another...
not medication. Not unless it's court mandated.
Really, I mean, that's another thing. You're talking about the system and that everyone might be involved and it's all connected. That's generalization. That's the money.
It's not connected. It's not connected, thanks God, because I don't know what you mean by connected. In our nature, maybe
no, what you said,
that's a good thing. We're not connected.
Related, that it's all, there are schemes going on. That's what I'm really.
For me, I'm sure for someone this whole thing is working out, but it seems as of late it's working out for not so much that they're mild-mannered, these people, but they're more like unawares and gullible. And we're producing more people to support politics, and with these same people that are saying, power to the people, they're the ones that are keeping the politicians that are like, out of their reach, like in power with their bullshit.
But see, that's us sliding to something that we cannot control. What if I ask you to get a closer look and work with individuals? Yes, you may not work to the system, say, of doctors, but say, for example, hear me out when I say it from a position of care. Imagine that your stress level is making you to go through like a depression state where you don't trust, where you think the worst of everybody, and that's normal. That's a very natural state of mind when you are anxious, when there is anxiety going on. And even if you don't trust the system, there could be a doctor, a professional, a person.
See, I went for a long time. I went from anxiety to anxiety to anxiety because I was pregnant, and then people were picking on my kid, like he had a bad circumcision. Like he had got circumcised 3 times for no reason other than these people are fucking retards and pigs. And and then it's like, what am I eating? What is he eating? Because if he doesn't eat, he'll end up in the hospital. He ends up in the hospital. He's going to have some sort of emotional trauma. He's going to grow up to be a psycho. But now I feel like, whatever society has labels for me or whatever, in like ancient, I was telling him, and you might think I'm a loser and I'm immature, but in ancient Sparta, 10-year-old boys were ready for war, So I feel like, yes, he definitely needs an education. I want him to be part of society, Now this is my goal, because I feel like I've impressed upon him. They even say that you're a psychologist, right? That you impress the most on your kids before they're 7. And yet people, what they treat like their infants mechanically, sort of. But I feel like I didn't do that. So whatever pride I've allotted myself, I feel like I deserve it. And I feel like now is the time to blow it all to hell, because you know what? You are FBI agents, and this is pig shit.
I would just suggest you think to switch to the position of care for yourself, because it's very heavy to deal with this alone. And even if you are right about the fact that some people might not wish you to be well, you wish yourself to be well.
That's obvious, you know. Everybody wishes themselves to be well. It's just a matter of how good a job they do, and you know.
Well, what is this self-care? When was it done the last time? When did you feel?
What do you mean self-care? You want me to see a PCP again? Is this the rundown?
No, not the PCP. Some self-care. When was the last time you were not worried? So ridiculously worried.
I'm not ridiculously worried. It's just I'm saying things I feel like need to be said, because you know, maybe I'm not dumb and I'm always doing things in like defensive mind, and it's just this sudden switch up is making me feel that way. But it's like I told you, he's 10 and he's gonna be 11, and I want more for him, and I don't want to compromise myself. And I feel like this society wants us to compromise ourselves because they, in unison, has shown that they're really low lives. And I just want maybe someone loving from like a higher authority to say, oh yeah, no, you motherfuckers, we're gonna take this lady and this kid out of this situation. Because I'm not lazy either. I'm not lazy. I'm not really scared. You know, I mean, obviously, if somebody wants to inflict pain or something, I'll cry or something like that. But I feel emotionally strong somewhat, you know, despite the fact that I don't sleep. So if that's what you got to put in your notebook, I don't sleep that well, because yesterday I didn't sleep that well. I don't have a bed yet. Again, whoever like thought this renovations was for me, not for me, because my bed broke because it was an old bed from when I had bed bugs. I kept spraying the jousts of it, the joints, and all the screws got really rusted. So when I went to undo the screw, it went and the whole thing broke apart. So there's no putting it back together. So I just am getting a bed on this Saturday, you know. So
where were you sleeping if the bed was broken?
I'm sleeping on the mattress on the floor, which they had us sleeping on for the past 3 weeks because for some reason they needed to take our bed, even though the mattress takes up about as like much space as the bed does.
Okay, interesting.
So it's like all these things that like you don't want to take note of because like it wouldn't pay you, but maybe it'll pay somebody else to notice how the system's been abusive towards us. Not you in particular, but like the people doing the renovations, the building management, and it's all smiles, and it's really fake. This fake shit sort of like kind of stopped triggering me, but it did kind of make me depressed. Like in my heart, it kind of is a letdown that, you know, people are so fake, you know. And I don't know, that's what I think about it. Maybe I'm talking too much.
No, never too much. It's definitely something that activated more stress, this whole renovation story. But do you feel any, I don't know, is it nicer in the apartment now? Did they do a good job? Are you satisfied with the quality of their work?
It's giving me the stress of what's their next move. So now it's nice in the apartment. So now what? You know, it's just, again, it's another power flex by this stupid system of fake people that are FBI. So I'm blowing it to hell because I don't know what else to say. Because if I go and run about like, oh, this thing is making me sad, or this thing is making me stressed, I will be compromising, and I don't want to compromise with this shit. This is nonsense. because it's still going on. It's not like, what really changed, and sometimes when your body has been damaged permanently, or your time has been wasted, and it's like a childhood of time, it's so demeaning that it's just, how do you go on with anger and violence, because revenge used to be like a real thing,
I'm just trying to see.
like justice, like vengeful justice. Whoever wants to pacify and push their ass, go for it, because again, I know I'm not really anybody, but I've definitely gained attention, I think.
I wonder, how do we take a pause from all of this in day-to-day life, especially now with they done doing something actively in your apartment and just giving you some time to sleep? Because honestly, to me, it is a concern that you're not sleeping. Because people have to sleep. You resting while you're sleeping, it's important to have this time of the day where you're just sleeping.
So you're saying this is a concern, but if later you would find out that there was someone actively harassing me at night using machinery, it would be a surprise to you.
It wouldn't be a surprise because you've been mentioning it.
Have I? I think this is the first time I mentioned that one, but seriously, because it's just it's all such a muck. Like, why do you have to demean me? Like, why are we even, like, I feel like sort of like stupid day to day, because I do have to maintain, I do have to keep up on the dinner time and the bedtime and the washing, but it's very, very demeaning. It's just going and going and going, so I am mad.
I think we need to clarify this. My power got limits. Like, I cannot help you in a way to target those authorities or to keep something, increase their level of awareness, unless there is something actual. Remember how when we started I said that unless you're telling me that you're planning to, I don't know, kill everybody and create something very bad, I can't do nothing. Unless you're telling me, Anna, I'm going to hurt Patrick right now after we hang up, that's it. I'm going to do something real bad. That's when I'm acting. When I know that there is a harm that is with intent, with a plan, and something that is...
Your protocols seemed vague to me at some point. At some point they started seeming strange and vague to me, so I'm not going to question what you do, because I have a lot of questions, because I told you I've approached police with this, and the police are sort of ignorant, so why not take more mild-mannered ignorance? It's just that when I sit with you like this, I feel like I'm waiting on like you're waiting on something like to happen or something like that, or I don't know, or they're waiting on something to happen, and why do you always like assume that it's going to be me that's going to fuck up? What if my harassers fuck up so bad that it's jail time for them?
No, that's because I'm working directly with you. I have not seen or know any of the people that you think or that you tell me could do something. I do not know them in person. There is no picture to a name. There is no name, no face. And since I'm working with you, my authority only comes to you. But again, you see, we're meeting up as two adults. So I expect if something's really bad, you would tell me, like, Anna, I can't see. Sometimes on the session, clients will be like, I'm so tired, I don't want to come back home anymore. I don't want to live in my house. Where do I go? And we are looking for shelters for them to go.
That's fucked up. I don't think so.
That kind of stuff. But
I don't think they'll let me go, And I'm wondering, actually, you mentioned this. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. I'm wondering because, like, that's kind of what keeps me, like, more pacified is it's not just me. This whole system's fucked up. And these people, because they're so emotional, I bet you they're not as well balanced as I am. And that's why people keep them like pets. And they're like yo-yos, they get them high and then they kick them out of their house and then whoops, you're hired, you're another FBI agent. Because I've been meeting a lot of new ones and I'm like, wow, Wonder where they came from, not from Quantico. And sometimes, you know what, it's like, okay, even if you do a welfare check on me right now, all this stuff I just said is just, it's too funny, you know?
It wouldn't be a welfare check. I would just want to eliminate anything that builds up your stress. Say if you want to have more power, if you want to have more energy, if you want to be more energetic person,
yeah,
you need to rest.
It's
about some simple things. It's just for you to make sure that you got enough sleep, that you got enough, that all of your basic needs are met. That's what my concern is. This is number one. And of course, as we talk about like hair loss and
like at face value, what you're saying, when the law is not at my side, on my side, and I'm overpowered, then it's sort of hard to do. It's just what I'm saying. Whether you're saying this out of actual sympathy or just out of, you're trying to do the job that you're doing, that you're appointed to do. It's just hard when the law is not here to say, excuse me, these people are fucking with your food, these people are fucking with your apartment, these people are fucking with your sleep,
Even if the law is not on your side, law and doctors are not connected. And based on personal story, I believe that there are some good doctors because they can just not give a fuck and tell me some basic stuff and send me home and I'd be dead. Because I'm just like, seriously, I don't have no one in this country, not a single person, interested in me being healthy and alive. This is not a joke. And the fact that they tried, and there was a very young doctors, I would say they're mid-30s, maybe working in the field, like with all of this extra years that they dedicate.
I don't know why. I'm gonna stop you. I'm sorry, but like, it's a real story. Like you're telling me about your life.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't believe you. I don't know why.
Well, but you see, that's what
you look too healthy to be like.
That's even more sad. The fact, imagine how much stress you got in your life that you don't believe people when they tell you something, when they share something, and you're like, I'm suspicious about it.
Because I've had so many people try to talk to me symbolically or something, that it's just, I always start to think, what are they really saying, And it's just like, what? But I guess it could be just a story.
So it's just got to be so heavy for you to not feel like secure, being in a secure space, have some heart-to-heart conversations with people, because I can imagine that only speaks to me that there was not enough space like this. If you don't believe people anymore, that's for a reason.
I don't know, I feel kind of secure emotionally for some reason. Maybe it is, maybe I do have maybe it has been good to have a friendships and stuff like that. I feel emotionally secure because I remember times when my security would fall to inanimate objects or something, and then I don't know. It's all sort of vague because my friends are objects, they could be destroyed as easily as whatever else that I enjoyed that would keep me from wilding out, because I know it's a crazy world. It seems very crazy.
It is a crazy world. And look, I'm sorry that I've been holding you a little bit longer today, but I do have a next session in a few. So I will need to.
I just really wanted to scare you with my eyebrows because I don't know what else to do.
You said something very important. You said that it was an impulsive act.
Yeah, because I was shaving my kitty. I was shaving my kitty, and I went, oh, well, poor little kitty. Let me do to myself what I did to you.
But you don't have to. You don't have to do that.
I don't. But you don't like it? I kind of like it. I think I look catty.
I didn't know what's going on. I felt like, oh my god, what is?
Yeah, because now I have an excuse when I go outside. I have all these people stalking me, looking at my face. Now I have an excuse. They're looking at me because I look weird.
You don't look weird. You look exotic.
Exotic. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so nice.
That was a thing last year. Everybody were whitening their eyebrows, so it looks like they're non-existent. If you check out, it was Miley Cyrus, some other singers, they were completely.
Oh, I missed it.
It was a fashion statement, so you just look exotic.
Oh, thank you. I missed that. Thank you. Yeah, like start a trend or something. Like I don't know. People are boring too. I don't know why they're stalking me either. Go do something else.
I hope, look, at least think of some disbalances caused by lack of sleep, and maybe just have a day for yourself to sleep. Sleep like 10 hours.
If I can, I would sleep 10 hours because I honestly, what if I'm not reaching out for my sake? What if I'm reaching out for their sake? What if they're going to get their pants sued off of them? Like, what if they finally catch them and they can put somebody in prison or put, like, a lot of people, like, in a hole? Like, they're going to get their pants sued.
Who's caring about you? Who's going to care about you?
Because I care about me, but, you know, like, that's how this works, kind of. Like, if I'm too creepy and too, like, hedonistic, then I won't have my support system that keeps these people in stitches, you know? So, I don't know.
Well, look, as I said before, we will need to finish up the conversation today because I do got to jump on the next session. And we will talk next week. Okay?
Okay, take care.
Take care.